Hey, this is Russ. I'm back out on the road again. What am I riding right now? This is the Lectric Expedition 2.0. Yeah, the cargo bike. Why are you riding a cargo bike? Are you got deliveries to make? Things to pick up? Nope. I'm just riding it because I like riding it. Yep. I was talking to my friend at Sam Cycle, Matt. He likes it too. And he goes, this is really something else. I know, it is. It's a nice cargo bike. Let's just say it is. It's a nice bike. Doesn't matter if it's a cargo bike or not cargo bike. It's a nice one. Yep. Let's lower my pedal assist here. I don't want to go too fast. So where are we going? Who knows? I never know where I'm going. I just go. I just go. Yeah, there's another e-bike right there. I don't know what he had. Have no clue. Let's stop here because we got a car there. Let them go. Wave them on. I was going to go straight, but it doesn't really matter to me. I'm just riding around. It makes no difference. Yeah. The thing is, when you ride the neighborhoods, it really doesn't matter. Here's the one thing that I like about riding the neighborhood. I don't have to think about anything, really. Ride around, take it easy. There's no cars in my way, for the most part. No cars in my way. Yeah, I can do whatever I want to do. Uh-oh. Straight up ahead would be kind of a fast road. I'm not going to do that. Let's turn back here. So yeah, the Expedition is technically a cargo bike. It doesn't mean you can't ride it as a regular bike. In fact, let me say this, because this particular one that I have has the dual battery. It's the dual long-range batteries, two 17.5 amp hour batteries. That's, what is that? 34.5 amp hours. Hey, you get a lot of range on this thing. I think the last time I took it, what did I do? 20-something miles? Yeah, 20-something miles. And I had plenty of battery left over. You could take this wherever you want to go. Both batteries are running. Yeah, go wherever you want. This is why I say, even though it's technically, all right, let's make the turn back here again. Technically, it's a cargo bike. Who cares? It's a bike. That's how I see it. It's a bike with a lot of range. That's how I see it. Now, okay, if I wanted to pick something up, yeah, I could do that. I have the little things that kids would hang on to if you put them on the rear seating area. They have like a little hand-holding railing thing. I leave that on there because if I do want to use it as a cargo bike, all I have to do is put like a cooler in the back there, a large cooler, strap it down, use those hand holds as a thing to strap it down to, and away I go. Yeah, see? Pretty cool. So for me, it's multifunctional. It's a regular bike and a cargo style bike. Okay, so how fast can you go on this bike? 28 miles an hour if you pedal it, 20 miles an hour if you throttle it. I've done both. Yeah, I've done both. This is actually a pretty easy to ride bike. Yeah, okay, some people don't like it because it's kind of big and bulky, but it's okay. I'm actually sitting pretty high up on here too. I have my saddle way up there. I have a decent leg extension on it, so fits me well. I changed out the saddle. I'm not a big fan of the Lectric standard saddle. They're new. Well, it's not new, but they're what do they call their deluxe saddle, whatever it is. That one's not so bad. Yeah. I have that on the new XP4, came as part of the package. That has springs in the back of it. I'm not really a big guy with springs, but this one seems pretty good. And it's cushy. Yeah, it's big and wide and cushy. So I would say if you're going to get one of these bikes, consider getting the advanced saddle for it, or buy another brand saddle. Standard one, little narrow for me. Little narrow for me, and not cushy enough. Yeah. So, but a lot of bikes don't have the best saddles. You know that. They kind of know that eventually people will probably change it out anyway. So, yeah, no big deal. That's a minor thing. But the seat post is high enough. It's high enough so that I could actually get some decent leg extension, and it's a suspension seat post. Yeah. So it's kind of like one of those pogo stick style seat posts. It kind of goes up and down. It's not like the Sun Tour. The Sun Tour type would be better, but that would add to the cost of the bike, of course. I think as it's laid out here, what does this thing cost? $19.95 or something like that for the extended range dual battery version. I think that's what it is. If it's not, I'll put a graphic up and let you know. The thing is, a lot of times I don't remember the specific details like pricing on some of these bikes. There's so many bikes I've gone through, can't remember what everyone's selling for, and then sometimes prices change and things, so you never really can tell. But no, it's a good value. I like the bike a lot. It's actually becoming one of my more favored brands, if you might have noticed. Have you noticed that? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Because really, if you think about it, Lectric doesn't have the most expensive bikes. They're actually more kind of a valued type bike, but they perform pretty well. I mean, for the money, it's so hard to beat it. You'll find for me, although I appreciate the very expensive bikes and other things like guitars and whatever, I don't need to have the most expensive one to have fun on it. Yeah. Here's a funny thing, I do have some very expensive items. Like, for instance, give you an example. It's not bike related, but I think you'll appreciate this. I play guitar, as you know, and I have some pretty expensive guitars. But I'm perfectly happy to play my less expensive guitars too. Like my Gibson Les Paul is a 25th anniversary Les Paul. It's actually number 26 in the production line that was ever made of that 25th anniversary Les Paul. It was the one actually that was shown at the NAMM show when it first came out. And so it's a more expensive guitar, right? But you know what I play at church when I'm playing electric guitar? Yeah, I play a PARS guitar, Paul Reed Smith guitar, but it's not the US versions, it's the SE versions, which is their made in Asia guitars. Perfectly fine. Sounds great too, by the way. Plays well. And it's lighter in weight. That's the main reason I like it. It's lighter in weight. That Les Paul is pretty heavy. It's like 12.5 pounds. Yeah. The Paul Reed Smith guitar, I think it came in at about 8 pounds, a little over 8 pounds. Now you say 4 pounds, that's no big deal. That 4.5 pounds or so, it's a big deal. After a while, your shoulder hurts. As you get older, you don't want that extra weight on you. So I play the Paul Reed Smith, and I'm perfectly happy with it. Sometimes I play my Made in Mexico Telecaster, yeah, from Fender. Yeah, that's not that expensive a guitar. So I have options. But you'll find a lot of times I will pick the less expensive one to play. Yeah, same thing with this, with Lectric. They're not the most expensive bike, but a lot of times I just pull it out. I says, yeah, I like it, so I ride it. It's not the most expensive, but I appreciate the value, the performance for the money. Kind of hard to beat, really, it is. Kind of hard to beat. So this thing, the Expedition, like I said, yeah, it's a cargo bike, but I don't really care. I'm happy riding this bike as a regular bike. Feels really good. I like their torque sensor on here. It works really good. I don't have to kill myself to get some speed out of it if I want. I don't ghost pedal on it. Yeah, it's really nice. Their motor's so quiet too. What is this, M24 motor? Is that what they call it now? I think it's so quiet. It's got the power, it's quiet. Man, how can you beat it? Yep. Yeah, they make fun bikes, and they don't charge an arm and a leg for it either. Yeah, we're just kind of cruising the neighborhoods as we have been for the last several videos. Well, the last time I took the expedition, we did go some distance with it. I think it was the first longer distance ride for the year. So I took this bike, and the reason I took it is because we got 2 batteries. You know, I don't have to worry about potentially running out of battery power. And it's just easy. It's just easy. So here's what I'm gonna say. You know, cargo bike or not, don't look at it that way. Look at it as a bike. As a bike, I like it as a bike. With the benefit of being able to pick up cargo stuff if you wanted to, pick up things, or you can put kids in the back too if you want. You know what? You're not gonna see me putting kids on the back. I don't have any kids to put on the back. On top of that, I always get nervous about it. I always feel like, is that safe? You know, but they do make this one safer because they have leg rests, foot rests, right? I take those off on mine because I don't have any kids to travel around with. It's just one extra thing I could bump my shin into, so I take it off. I mean, it's real easy to just put on. It clips on. It's real easy. You don't have to do anything special to clip it on. It's one of those things you push the button and slide it in, and the button pops up into the hole and it holds it in place. Yeah, so it's easy, but I don't use it. So I won't be traveling with any kids in the back. But yeah, if I wanted to go pick up some Chinese food or something like that, Chinese carryout, I'll put it in there. I don't know what that lady was doing. I think she's looking for her house, or for a house that she's trying to find or something. She's kind of slowing down. I wasn't sure whether I should pass her or not, but yeah, she kept slowing down, so. Yeah, today's a nice day. It's about 81 degrees out right now. It's not so bad. So this guy, I don't know what he's doing either. He's slowing down too. What's he doing? Is he gonna stop, or is he gonna stop and? Yeah, sometimes you don't know what's going on. You don't know what these people are thinking. So yeah, for this one, I can pedal and feel good. You know, some of the bikes are hard to pedal. I'll tell you that right now. Some of the torque sensors out there, kind of hard to pedal. Some of them are really light in pedaling too, in the sense that, you know, they say it's a torque sensor, but it don't feel like it. This one, you know it's a torque sensor, because, you know, if I push down hard, I'm speeding up right now. If I push down lighter, I'm not. Yeah, it's actually a very appropriately made torque sensor. If all of the torque sensors were similar to this, I would be happy. Yeah. Yeah, somebody asked me if I pedal. Yeah, I pedal. I don't always pedal. A lot of times, if a certain bike has a tougher torque sensor for me to ride, a lot of times you find that I won't pedal. I'll throttle it. I don't want to sound winded on the videos, but yeah, I'm pretty good on this one, so I can pedal. Let's turn here. Oh, people got their garage sales going on. Actually, more like a driveway sale. Everything's out on the driveway. Okay, they had stuff in the garage too. Let's lower the gears a little bit here. I'm not going that fast. I don't want to feel the extra resistance of gear 8. I'm on gear 7 right now. It's fine. Yeah, it's a nice day today. Yeah, it's a Saturday. I usually don't ride out on Saturday. This is the second ride of the day for me today. The last video you saw me on was the first ride of the day. I don't know when I'm releasing these videos. It'll be, I don't know, maybe the first one will be on a Tuesday. Maybe this will be a Thursday or a Friday video, something like that. So yeah, second ride of the day. I felt comfortable enough to be able to go out a second time, take another bike, just drop one off, pick up another bike. Now, interestingly, I still have my U-free gloves on the Lectric. Sorry, Lectric. Sorry, U-free. No, I was riding a U-free bike before this one. I was riding the Solar Sparrow. Yeah. So I just grabbed the bike. I didn't even think the fact that I had the U-free gloves on. Hey, a little bit of extra advertising for U-free. At the expense of Lectric. It's okay. It's no big deal. Hey, people buy things that are not necessarily always the same brand, right? You could buy a U-free glove if you wanted to. It's a really nice glove too. It's got nice leather. It's nice and smooth and supple. You know, it's actually a good glove. But I typically will ride it. You wear it when I'm riding the U-free bikes. I think it makes the most sense to do it that way, right? But okay, let's turn. So there's too much traffic there. We got another bike rider on the sidewalk with her kid, and then I got the driver there. So I said, yeah, too much for me. I don't want to go into that deciding factor. Who goes first? You know, forget that. Just turn and get out of there. Not going anywhere special anyway. Yeah, nice day. We got a nice breeze hitting me. It's like 81 degrees out here, but the breeze really helps out. You know, if I didn't have the breeze, that'd be another story. Then I would say, forget it. I don't want to go out there. But you know, to get something in the low 80s is like a rarity right now. We've had so much weather that was in the 90s that I welcome the 80 at this point. My ideal temperature has always been around 70 to 74, let's say. That's my ideal temperatures. But we're not going to get that. The only way I can get that is early in the morning. It rained this morning. I mean, it downpoured this morning. Okay, not right in the morning, but last night, I should say. So I didn't want to go out in the morning because it would have been humid. I checked the relative humidity on the app, and it said 85, 86% relative humidity. Forget it. I don't ride in humidity, and I don't ride in heat. That's not the way Russ does it. We don't like hot. We don't like cold. Yeah, we don't like lots of wind on us. I don't ride in the rain. Okay, let's take a ride here. Too many cars. Okay, now right in front of us, there's a bike that I don't know what kind of bike it is, but it kind of looked almost like a Suron bike going on the bike trail. Now that would get him in trouble. Yeah, maybe it's not Suron, but it sure looks kind of like one. That would get him in trouble. Yeah, that trail only does 12 miles per hour. I would guarantee you he's not doing 12 miles an hour on that trail. This is why I like riding the streets, okay? I can do my 20 miles an hour if I want. If I go a little bit over it, no one's gonna stop me. They're not gonna hassle me with it. Even the police are not gonna hassle me with it. If I do 22, 23, they're not gonna sit there and radar gun me at 22 or 23. Yeah, he's gonna bring me to court, and the judge is gonna say, why are you wasting my time for a guy that went 3 miles over the speed limit on a bicycle? He's not gonna do anything about it, okay? But do that on the trail, yeah, you've got an issue. Like I had the one video not too long ago where I showed one of the police officers was on his electric motorcycle going down that same path. Yeah, he was patrolling the path to see who's on it. I was on, I don't know if was I on the Solar Sparrow? I was on one of those, right? One of the commuter style bikes. He's not gonna hassle me with that. He probably didn't even know it was an e-bike. Looks just like a regular bike. That's the kind of bike I will take on that type of path. But again, like I mentioned on the last video, it's so slow to go on the path. It's just not worth it. To me, I have just as much fun riding these streets. I mean, look, how many cars have we encountered on these residential streets while I've been out here? Nothing. I mean, very little. They haven't really been that much in my way, right? It's not that bad. But you got to pick and choose the streets. That's the thing. You can't just go on any street. You got to know the area. You got to pick and choose the streets where you're going to go, and then ride that. Yeah. I just kind of go in between, from one street to the next street, and then I look around. I see what people are up to. If you look around the various neighborhoods, oh, there goes a rabbit. He's running across. Yeah, you see what they're up to. Some people have their weekend projects going on. I don't think anyone's doing anything now. I've seen people cutting grass today, but I don't see anyone building anything. Sometimes, yeah, they're out there building a deck or making modifications to the house somehow. Yeah, you would never know that if you don't go riding around neighborhoods. Yeah, let's turn here. Some of these streets I've never been on before, so it's kind of interesting to see how people live. See if these houses are similar to your own house or not. They're not. They're not similar to my home, but that's okay. You check other neighborhoods. See what people are up to, see what they're doing. Okay, let's turn this way. Turn this way. What's down this way? Okay, let's go down this way. Oh, look, a school building. I don't come down this way that often. I've been down here before because I recognize this school building to our left. Yeah, I had a lady once. I think I was on the Rad Rover 5 at that time. But that's a big, heavy, big black bike, right? Had the unit pack power battery in the between the down tube and the top tube, and so it's a triangle battery, right? Everyone knows about that thing because they had recalls on those batteries, right? So anyways, but it has a very intimidating look. I had my yellow vest on like I have right now, had my helmet on and everything. Yeah, she thought I was a cop. Several people have thought I was a cop when I was riding that bike before with my stuff on. Maybe I have that cop look to me. Okay, I did work in law enforcement, but I wasn't a cop. I told you guys. I was an evidence technician. But I was technically former law enforcement. But how would they know that? Okay, they don't know me. They have no clue. But they see me and they think, oh, the police are here, I had people once, I was on Bussy Woods. That's another place I probably may not be riding anymore because of the regulations coming down. But I was at Bussy Woods one time and some guy came up to me. He didn't come up to me, but he rode past me. He says, I'm glad to see the police are out here. What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say to that? No, I'm not the police. You're just as much in jeopardy now as any other time. I'm not patrolling the area, okay? All right, let's turn over here. Fun times. Fun times. Yeah, you gotta have fun when you're on your bike. What would they say? I'm not an imposter. I'm not a, what do they call that? I don't pretend to be a police officer. I don't do that. But if they mistaken me as one, that's them, not me. All right. All right, that's about all I have for you guys for today. I just wanted to take the bike out one more time. You know, yeah, it's nice and breezy. Yeah, I think the temperatures are gonna start lowering today. Yeah, it seems cooler than when I first started riding the first bike. So anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. More rides to come. I'll talk to you guys next time.